Hello everybody, this is Sue from SueStarcraft bringing you Actions King of the Islands week number 5. We're gonna have Antaran coming up against Devious. This is game number 4, Antaran playing as the teal Protoss this time, coming up against Devious playing the red Protoss. So it's gonna be PvP action. We're on Steps of War. A map that is really heavily Protoss favored, but since it's a mirror matchup, it's not gonna favor that much any particular player. I think what will pay dividends is the player who decides he wants to be aggressive early on, since the rush distance is just so short on this map. And a very strange tactic here by Antaran, getting the pylon up at the ramp. I think he wants to create a wall off. I'm not exactly sure why he wants to do that. Devious on the other hand playing the more standard Protoss way and getting the pylons close to the nexus, so you can get probably drop down the gateway just about there, creating a less access to the probe line. For any new player, that's something good to know. And we're gonna see now Antaran coming up in the teal Protoss, as I said. Devious, red Protoss, his usual color. The other game he switched to blue for some reason, I don't know why. Who knows. So you can see Antaran now decided to scout early. You're going to see the gateway going down. That's a good thing to see, so you know 2-gate pressure is not coming. Proxy 2-gate, that is. Players like to drop gateways right here. So you can throw them up right here. So you can throw them down there. They can throw them up here. It's very irritating to have to deal with 2-gate pressure really early on, and in PvP you actually see it quite a bit. It's not the easiest thing to hold if you're not prepared for it. So for a player who goes gas, you can see now, yeah, both of them going gas, so have a look at the production tab now. Both players running pretty much the same way. The only difference is that Antaran has just finished his gas geyser. Sorry, not gas geyser. It's a simulator. Something interesting to know now, Antaran has switched now. He is 2-1 down at the moment, so he really needs to win this game or else Devious is gonna take the match 3-1. Antaran needs a win very badly, so he switched to Protoss. It's the first sign of Protoss we've seen from him, just following around this probe now from Devious. Yeah, he switched to Protoss in hopes now that he can pull a game back here. And my feeling is that he probably could, because Protoss is his main race at the moment. Both of these guys are master level Protoss, so it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how they attempt this game out. And we're gonna see now Antaran getting that Zealot just while the Cybercore is going on. It's really a preferential thing, getting the warp gate technology going as soon as you can. They're kind of boosting it. Devious with the same thing. Is you're gonna see a second gate now from Devious, none yet from Antaran. I'm not sure if he's gonna suffer for that. Usually you wanna have enough units, because if a Protoss does decide you want to go 4-gate, 3-gate, or 2-gate robo, or even 3-gate robo as a matter of fact, you want to have enough units there to hold it off. You don't want to be low on units and much on economy. It could hurt you quite a bit. And yeah, now the Stalker is out, so it's gonna kill that probe now from Devious, and we're gonna see 3 gates getting up now for Antaran. So Antaran's gonna go, but they go to a 4-gate push. Having a look now, and Devious throwing down 2 more gateways of his own. It's gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna check to see if he saw these gateways going down of Antaran. He did not, so this is a really smart play here from Devious. Devious see Antaran holding off from building buildings as much as possible, and that usually means that a 4-gate wants to be hidden, and it's a really good time. And as well, it's gonna pop just as this warp gate technology has finished. But with these 2 extra gateways now from Devious, he should be able to hold off whatever 4-gate pressure comes his way. I'm not sure if he's gonna keep producing out of it and try to just power his way past Antaran, but I think what he should be doing, he should just have enough. You just want to have barely enough to hold off whatever push the aggressive Protoss is gonna be doing, because if you hold it off, that means he's gonna be so far behind. And now we're gonna see a nice proxy pylon here from Antaran. Antaran probably wanna push up the ramp, and he's gonna go up. Devious here is not in the best position. He's gonna be warping in some Zealots now. Zealot Stalkers versus Zealot Stalkers. 4 Zealots now from Antaran. I think the Zealots actually favor quite a bit when it comes to these situations. But the Stalkers are also quite valuable, and the Zealots now are just clashing in the middle. 3 Stalkers now for Devious. Devious has enough to hold us off, and Antaran, I think, trying to push up a little bit too early. He wants to have enough units now. He's going to be warping in some more Zealot Stalkers. That's the staple units here for Protoss. We're going to have a look at the income tab now, and we're going to see Devious actually is ahead of Antaran. Antaran, I'm not sure if he cut pro production. No, he does not. He's trying to create a boost out a couple more now. You want to be just at about 27 pros if you have 2 guys. It's up. So that way, that's where he wants to be headed. Devious is in the perfect position. He had 24 just a little while ago with one guy set up. That's the perfect number. A fully saturated base would have just about 27 workers, so that's really well done. No more units coming in here from Devious. Devious trying to pump out as much as possible from those gates because he knows Antaran is going for the kill. Nothing yet strange from Antaran's base. He's just gonna get the second guys up. I'm not sure if it's to do any teching. Having a look at the units tab, you're gonna see 6 stalkers, 2 zealots versus 4 stalkers, 1 zealot now. Antaran is actually behind at this point in time, and he's gonna be pulling and retreating home. Devious on the other hand, he is probably marching around looking for the proxy pylon. He's not gonna find it just yet. He would suspect it's in this general area up here, but he can't see that at this point in time. Instead he's gonna get some more units, and it's gonna be interesting to see if he actually tries to power his way past Antaran now, because he's in a really good position. Antaran now warping in the robotics bay, and that usually means that Colossus are on the way. Colossus is one of those units that Protoss players loves to get in PvP. It's just one of those really good units because it melts away those warp gate units. And you're gonna see our Twilight Council coming up in Devious, so he's going a separate tech route. He is not going with that robotics way. I think he might either want to go Dark Templar, which isn't going to be that effective versus observers. Antaran has the robotics bay. He might want to go blink stalkers. That actually is pretty good versus Colossus. You could just blink, sniper the Colossus, and fall back if you really have to. But here comes now. I'm not sure who is building that. That pylon is more than likely Devious. Yeah, here comes the worker now. He's gonna be putting up that pylon. A bit of bad place. I think it should have been a Rufus here, so we had all this area that he could go up into if he had to. Now Antaran putting that observer in a nice position. You're gonna see the army from Devious. I'm not sure if Devious realizes that the observer is behind him, but he's gonna fall back now. And Antaran is gonna get some valuable time to get up those Colossus. As you can see, the robotics way is on the way as well. Have a look now at the production tab, but you're gonna see Blink is actually on the way, so that is exactly what Devious has in mind. He wants to win this game based on micro, and as I can tell you, Devious is a player who loves his micro work. He's not that much into macro. At this point in time, he could actually probably try to capture a base because he's going solo in the main. He wants to get that up at this point in time, and Antaran as well. Antaran is so oversaturated. Having a look at the income tab, he has 32 to each player. That is actually just about 5 workers extra. Cut probe now for Antaran. Devious are probably probes, so I guess at some point he actually still wants to expand. More units now, more stalkers here coming up for Devious. Have a look at the army tab, and they are dead even. 76 sorry, versus 70 no 79 versus 79. Immortal out now for Antaran. That's a pretty weird move. I'm not sure. He probably saw the amount of stalkers and decided he wants to get an immortal out. No, there's a couple of sentries just to block the base here. That's a good move. That's a good move, but I don't think Devious wants to push in here. I don't think he has enough units. Maybe these buildings are going to work against Antaran now, because Antaran's zealots cannot go up in front and tank the damage. They can't go after the stalkers now. A very aggressive blink coming up from Devious here, and this could be very bad for him. His stalkers are falling left, right, and center. His zealots though making a nice choke, so the Antaran zealots can't get to the stalkers. And now Devious is gonna fall back, just reinforcing with stalkers are low, nothing other than that. And now Antaran in a pretty good position, having an 8 food lead. Actually up to 13 now. He really wants to do some damage now. Single Colossus on the way, no range upgrade just yet. No upgrades as far as attack and defense goes, but these players now just trying to fight it off. Antaran in a really good position here. He has the advantage. He has this warp. He has this pylon that's capable of warping in units up here as well, so he could force his way up into the base. A single sentry now for Devious. He's going to need another one if he intends to play a little bit defensively. But at this point, I think all that Antaran needs to do is wait for a Guardian Shield and just get his way up. They get this sentry to waste the force field and just gradually get his way up. He has this observer on top of the ledge, so he actually does know that these units are here, and he has Antaran's quite an advantage. And here comes now the Zealot's force field going off. Nice force field, but the single Colossus is there, and the Colossus is just going to walk over that force field and decimate it. Now Devious is in a very bad position. Antaran has so many units in his base. I don't think Devious is gonna have enough to hold us off, and I think Antaran is gonna even up the series 2-2 at this point in time. Yeah, too many units here of Antaran. Protoss doing the trick for him. He's tried turn, he's tried blue. So far he's had a little success, but here now he's taken back a game. The score is now 2-2, and we actually have a series on our hands now. It's gonna go into the deciding match here. I just can't wait to see who actually takes this home.